To make this flat Christmas tree crochet pattern, we are using number 4 medium worsted weight yarn in green and brown, and a 5mm crochet hook. We'll only need about 5 yards of the green and a yard or less of the brown. So this is a great scrappy project if you have leftover ends. And of course you can have fun and change up the colors and do stripes and all sorts of things. Okay, so we are working this one top down, so we're going to start with our green, and we'll just start with a chain 2. Now if you want to make this for like a tag to hang on your gifts, you need to start with a long tail, so that way you have a little loop there and you can just tie off. So if you want to do that, just leave a long tail and then make your chain 2. Make our slip knot here. Goodness. So I have a long tail if I want to make a hanging loop there. All right, so we're starting with our chain 2. And in the first chain, we're going to place 2 half double crochets. So we're going to skip this one and place 2 half double crochets in the next. I am turning it over and working the back bump there. 1 half double crochet, go back into the same chain and make a second half double crochet. Okay, so the knot here will be our point of our Christmas tree. We're working in rows, so we're going to turn, and I like to start my half double crochet rows with a chain 1. It doesn't count as a stitch here, and in the same stitch, this first one, we're going to place 2 half double crochets. 1, going back into the same stitch, 2. Next, we're going to place 2 half double crochets in the following stitch. So on row 2, we have 4 stitches. Turn and work again, start with our chain 1. Now we're going to place a half double crochet in the first stitch. In the next stitch, we'll place 2 half double crochets. 1 and 2. We're going to do that again in the next stitch. 2 half double crochets, and then in the last stitch of this row we're going to place only 1 half double crochet. So for row 3 we have 2, 4, 6 stitches. Turn your work. For row 4 we are just going to chain 1 and place 1 half double crochet in each stitch across. So we should still have 6 stitches for row 4. Then we turn on row 5, chain 1, half double crochet in that same stitch, and we're going to increase again by placing 2 half double crochets in the second stitch. Then we're going to half double crochet in each stitch till there are only 2 stitches left. These are the last 2 stitches, so we're going to put 1 half double crochet here and 1 half double crochet there. Now we have 2 stitches left. Place 2 half double crochets in the next stitch, and then just 1 half double crochet in the last stitch. There we go. So now we've increased to 8 stitches for row 5. For row 6 we are going to turn, chain 1 to start our row, half double crochet in the first stitch, and in each stitch across. That's the end of row 6. We still have 8 stitches. Okay, so now we are going to repeat those last 2 rows for the next 4 rows. So we're going to do 2 sets of repeats until we have 12 stitches. So we're repeating row 5 here, which is chain 1, half double crochet in the same stitch, increase in the next stitch with 2, and then half double crochet in each stitch until you have just 2 stitches left. Okay, now we have 2 stitches left. We'll increase again with 2 here and place 1 stitch in the last. Whoops. Now we're going to turn and half double crochet in each stitch across, and then we'll repeat both of these rows one more time, and we'll end with 12 stitches. Okay, one more row of increases. So we start with our chain 1 and half double crochet, place 2 half double crochets in the next. Now work 1 half double crochet in each stitch until there are only 2 stitches left. And we'll make our final increase in that stitch. Here we are. In the second to last stitch, we're going to place 2 half double crochets, place 1 half double crochet in the last stitch. Okay, and if you turn it right side up, we have our little Christmas tree triangle here. So now we can pull up a long loop and cut our yarn, and then we're going to join our brown for our trunk rows. Okay, so I'm going to turn my work, so I'm on the side I would be on if I started the next row like normal. And then I'm going to get a slip knot on my hook in my brown for my trunk. I'm going to count over to the 5th stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is where I'm going to join. Now I'm going to do a little special join technique that I like to keep it from being too bulky. So I'm going to use this slip knot on my hook as part of the stitch. Since I'm working half double crochet, I'm going to yarn over, insert my hook into the 5th stitch, yarn over again, pull up a loop. Only thing with it is sometimes it turns around, so then I just got to wrap it around. So now I have 3 loops on my hook as if I were doing a regular half double crochet. That top part is the slip knot, I'm sorry. So I'm going to pull through all of those, and now I have joined my yarn and made the stitch, and I don't have any extra bulky separate slip knots or chain ones or anything. So I'll weave this in down into here and through at the end. So join at the 5th stitch, work 1 half double crochet. If you need a slip stitch like normal and do a chain one, that's totally fine. Then we're going to half double crochet into the next 3 stitches. Turn, chain 1, and then we're going to half double crochet in the same stitch and the last 3 stitches. Now I'm working in the top of the slip knot there where I did my join, which is totally fine. And then I'm going to also pull a long loop, cut my yarn, and then I just have my ends to weave in. And I can tie my loop as long as I might like for a gift tag holder. I'd probably do it finished like that, depending on what you're hanging it on, obviously. If you're just putting on a package, Then you don't need it too big, but maybe you want it to be a decoration and hang longer. So that's up to you. Okay, so then you're weaving your ends and you are all finished. And you've got this cute little half double crochet Christmas tree with some easy texture, super simple to make. And you could make up a whole bunch of them and join them together on a garland and decorate your mantle for the holiday. Lots of fun things you could use them for.